Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is episode 5 titled Truth. We're gonna learn some truths here.
Probably.
The world is gonna learn the truth about the new Captain America, at least from what we saw at the end of the previous episode, with him just smashing that shield down on that kind of defenseless guy who was laying there, who had already surrendered, and he straight up.
That was a good effect for the series, and a lot of reactions to that as well. And
Yeah.
as someone mentioned in the comments, that that was maybe the new person that we saw at the end of this last episode.
Yeah.
Normally they introduce another one, and this one was maybe the U.S. agent being introduced.
Yeah, you can definitely interpret it that way as well. That it was a new version of this Captain America that was born there. Now he has the super soldier serum stuff in his body, and he then did that.
He's a new person.
He's kind of a new person, or a more enhanced version of the person that he was before, because that's kind of what the serum does. It takes who you are and just enhances your qualities, be they good or bad. That's at least a little bit of what they talked about. Both
something was enhanced, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And the effect of that was brilliant. I mean, the writing, I really impressed by the writing and of this whole series, and how it's set up, and the ending shot of it, brilliant.
Yes, that's gonna stay in our collective minds for a long while. Him just standing there with the bloodied shield. After he lost his buddy Lamar, who was pretty good at tempering him.
Yeah,
he was a good person to have at his side. But now that he's gone, we're going to see how they're going to handle that. I have a feeling we're going to get straight into that stuff.
Well, we're going to get more John Walker.
Yeah, they're going to have to
good or bad. I mean, I still think that he's saying the right things and he thinks the right things. Just the way that he acts, kind of ruins it, more or less.
So. It's the case with a lot of characters on this show, with Carly as well, the leader of the Flag Smashers, where you're saying a lot of good stuff, but even Sam told her, like, I agree with your fight, just not with the way that you're fighting it, not with the way that you're doing it. So yeah, there's a lot of that going around in this series, and this is the penultimate episode. After this one, it's the finale, and they're gonna have to wrap up this story, or at least wrap up parts of it, and then I'm sure some of it is going to carry over into maybe other movies or series, because that's just the way they do things in the MCU.
Are we going to see the Power Broker this time? Someone wrote maybe not, maybe we won't see the Power Broker at all. So there's a lot of open endings at the moment, so I'm looking forward to this one and getting entertained for a while.
Exactly, and it's a longer episode as well.
Yeah.
It's the runtime, at least on Disney Plus, is about 61 minutes. I know that's with credits, 6 or 7 minutes of credits, but at least it's close to an hour, so it's the longest episode that we've had so far. But let's just jump straight into it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions, where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows that we're doing. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. Yes.
Gotta put it in there.
Yeah. And here we go.
He's gone.
Oh yeah, and Simo disappeared. We still have the Dora Milaje. And everything going on between Bucky and Sam, and the whole issue about the shield. A lot of unresolved issues so far.
Gotta do that.
Oh yeah, and as some people pointed out, the guy that he killed was also the guy who said at one point that he was a big fan of Captain America growing up.
Yeah.
So getting killed by Captain America's shield.
He looked up to Captain America. Probably not like that.
Not in that way, no.
I'm going to have to ask you to edit it all together for one long movie afterwards.
So how does he feel about what he just did?
Probably not good. And the
I hope.
Shield is still soiled.
And he knows that the whole world was watching.
You saw what happened. You know what I had to do. I killed him because I had to. He killed Lamar!
He didn't kill Lamar, John. Don't go down that road. Believe me, it doesn't end well.
He's trying to justify it for himself more than for them.
Yeah.
We don't want anyone else to get hurt.
Sam being the voice of reason.
Yeah. You gotta give me the shield.
Yeah. I was just about to say, they want him to hand over the shield. And he's not gonna do it.
You don't want to do this.
Yeah, we do.
Trouble coming.
Yeah. A lot harder to take it from him now that he's super powered.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, but he caught it.
Yeah.
Why are you making me do this?
Oh no, the fucking arm.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy start to this episode.
Yeah.
Getting right into this.
No, you're not.
Oh fuck. Come on, Bucky. Ow. Whoa. Ah, shit.
It's mine.
Dude, you're done. Kind of seems like all three of them are
kind
a
of
little
done.
bit done, yeah.
Well, they got straight into the issue from last time. I'll say
Yep.
that.
Here you go. Steve gave that to you. Now pick it up.
Yeah, clean it.
Not supposed to look like that. Damn, that was some intro.
Yeah.
America killing a foreign national in public, it's kind of like a big deal, like international incident big. As you can see, they've cordoned off the whole camp, and Carly's a ghost. After what went down, she...
Like, he's kind of the way that, well, this is what we do now, so okay.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Very
but,
adaptable.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do until there's something to do.
That's bizarrely wise.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a bizarrely wise man, Sam.
Yeah, all right.
That's actually quite military way to see things.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wait. Okay, we'll wait. And now we move. Okay, we'll move. We get there. Hurry up and wait sometimes.
Is a
I'm
mandate.
just asking to be heard.
It is a mandate.
I understand that! I understand that!
Don't...
It's not helping.
I only ever did what you asked of me, what you told me to be and trained me to do, and I did it. And I did it well.
Then you made a mistake.
Consider yourself extremely fortunate, Mr. Walker, and return the shield to us with expedience.
He doesn't have the shield.
No.
You can't help but feel just a little bad for him. The way like he said it, like, you built me up, you told me what to do. I've been doing all of that stuff for you my entire life. And doesn't excuse what he did, but yeah.
No, but he kind of knew about it. The other medals that he got was, he said what I had to do to get the medals wasn't quite right also, so some of the time, so.
Yeah. Now, who's this?
I don't know.
Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Oh, wait.
Actually, it's Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
I had no idea she was going to be in this.
Excuse me, who are you? Anyway, you did the right thing.
Excuse me?
Taking the serum. I actually think it was the second best choice you've ever made in your life. Oh, you want to know what the first best choice was? Tied with marrying this fabulous firecracker sitting right next to me. How's it going? Picking up the phone when I call you.
She's a talker.
Yeah.
In charge of what kind of organization?
Well, we'll find out.
Nothing good, I imagine.
Yeah. Well, probably.
And it's just, and the card is just black on one side, one white on the other. Mysterious. Hey, Simo. He's in Sokovia. Okay, so that's why they mentioned that, or included that in the previously on.
And they found him.
Bucky did at least.
Don't worry. I've decided I'm not going to kill you.
That's nice of you.
Imagine my relief.
So it's just gonna okay.
Really? Well,
I'm done killing.
That's a pair of pants that's not going to be used again. Or
Giving you over to the Dora Milaje.
We will take him to the raft,
Oh, okay.
where he will live out his days.
Taking me to the raft.
Yeah.
I have another favor to ask of you.
What? Oh, back to Baltimore. So now he's gonna go and visit Isaiah.
Probably, yeah. If that was a seamless storyline, I think they did well with that.
Yeah. I have a feeling like they're leaving him alive, so we might see him again.
Yeah.
I need to understand. You understand, whether you want to deny it or not.
Don't do that bitter old man thing with me.
If you ain't bitter, you're blind.
Well, there's a part of the old thing as well. The grumpy old guy. The grumpy old guy's inside all of us, trying to break out, I think.
But you were a super soldier like Steve. You could have been the next. The next? What? The entire world's been chasing that great white hope since he first got dosed with that serum.
Steve did not put you in jail.
I like that we get the story.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
He told her I was dead. And after a while, she was gone. And, sorry.
Yeah, that's rough.
It wasn't long before it was only me left. And what did I get for saving their lives?
Well, there's ample reason to be a grumpy old guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has a really good reason.
They will never let a black man be Captain America. And even if they did, no self-respecting black man would ever want to be.
That's harsh.
Yeah. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know what it's like or what it feels like. All we can do is listen and try to understand. And even Sam is trying to do that. And that's why he's there.
I think it's, again, I like the writing of this show. I mean, put some questions out there and to the audience. And
exactly.
you see his wheels are turning in the head from that last comment. So
Definitely.
Kids keep showing up hungry, but are too proud to ask for any help.
And you're just like Mom, feeding every kid in the neighborhood.
That's really nice.
People still owe Mom and Dad something. It might be time to call in a few of those favors. We're gonna fix this damn boat. Hey, it's Sam Wilson. Yeah, Paul, youngest boy from up the street.
He's good at remembering that there are indeed a lot of good people out there and not focus on the bad people. So
yeah, looking at that bright side, that's something Steve was good at as well.
Exactly. That's a good thing.
Yeah, humanity has the capacity to do horrible things, but also very good things.
Yeah. That's what we have to remember when we watch the news, because the news will only display the bad stuff.
Yeah.
To show the good stuff most of the time.
Oh, hey. What's up, Bucky?
You're welcome.
It's gonna lend a helping hand as well.
Yeah.
And sign for it and I'll go.
New wings?
Probably.
I called in a favor from the Wakanda.
Oh.
So that was what he wanted.
Improved wings. I'm thinking they are made with vibranium then. Let the dude with the super strength do that.
Really a piece of crap. It's just sitting there and it breaks.
It needs fixing.
I'm Bucky.
Sarah.
Hey.
Yo, no. Get over here.
I like the switch from the whole bad thing and all that into something like this is kind of nice.
It is. Once again, showing the capacity for good and helping people out. Just what Sam and Sarah's parents did for the whole neighborhood, just being good people, and it does pay off. Just try to be as good as you can to the people around you, and hopefully the universe will reward you for that. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But
got a hotel room for the night. Crash, So you're just gonna set me up like that, huh? Well, I don't want to make it weird for your family. Just stay here.
And just stay here.
But don't flirt with my sister. Because if you do, I'll
That's
have Carlos cut you up and feed you to the fish. Okay.
Come on.
Open the case.
That guy.
Oh, he's talking to Lamar's parents.
Yes.
And no, he's not.
Never let the person who did that get away. I hope you can find some measure of peace in that.
Really lying to them?
Again, he's doing the right thing. He goes to Lamar's parents, but he's doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So.
And he would tell me every day what an honor it was to be your partner.
Yeah. He lost the guy that sort of kept him on track every now and then, I think.
Yeah, she said, he tried to do the right thing there, but by lying to them, did he really?
Well, it depends. I mean,
I understand wanting to, tell them
closure
something.
of some kind. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Finished?
Sharon, yeah.
Batroc. That's the guy from the first episode and from The Winter Soldier. And she's hiring him for something. I'm thinking more and more that Sharon is the power broker.
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
I told you specifically that the water pump was not the problem, and yet here you are.
Wow.
Bye.
Wow.
Off. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you. Love you, bro.
Very mean person. Tough love.
It's tough love, yeah. Well, at least they're bonding a lot.
Yeah.
And throwing the shield around.
Feels weird picking it up again.
Wow.
You up for a little tough love? I've been making amends. You weren't amending, you were avenging.
He's still kind of a counselor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's at least one person in that book who needs closure about something, and you're the only person who can give it to him.
Oh, yeah, we know
Probably a dozen.
at least one of them.
Yeah.
You know Carly won't quit. You call me when you have a lead, and I'll be there. And we're partners, co-workers, but we're also a couple guys with a mutual friend. Friend's now gone, so we're a couple of guys. I can live with this.
Just a couple of guys. Oh, that's really nice. Getting it all out in the open, talking about it.
Now, please go in and open that box from Wakanda. I want to know what's in there.
Yeah. The new wings.
Yeah.
Isaiah's been to hell and back. If I was in his shoes, I'd probably feel the exact same way. But what would be the point of all the pain and sacrifice if I wasn't willing to stand up and keep fighting?
Yes, pick up that shield. Not easy though.
Nope. Getting better.
Catching the deadly frisbee.
I got some help to even out the odds. Sam screwed him out of a small fortune not long ago. He's been trying to get
what?
away ever since.
Okay, so Sharon arranged for him to help out the Flag Smashers.
George gets his payback and we get a killer. It's a bargain on both sides.
I'm only here to kill the Falcon.
You'll get your chance. Tonight we go to battle. All of us.
She needs to talk to Sam again. Not, yeah.
And we still do not have sufficient resources in the resettlement camps.
They can't stay where they are forever.
Okay, they are part of it, and yeah, here we go. Okay, open the box.
Come on.
they're not going to show us until next episode.
Yeah. That was not nice.
Oh, man.
That was not nice.
No, a little tease, but a really good episode, actually. Yeah. Like, started out with some action there between Sam and Bucky and John. Like, that we got that fight that we've kind of been waiting for. It happened, and they took the shield from him. And then the rest of the episode, like, even though there was a lot of, talking, going back and forth and getting those truths out there, it didn't feel like almost an hour. It actually went by pretty quick.
It did, yeah.
But there's some heavy stuff going on, and it was more of a rounding off just where the last episode left off, and then setting up stuff for what's going to happen in the finale. Yeah. But also getting some closure or some sort of closure when it comes to many of the characters that we've been introduced to, and for Sam and his family, talking to Isaiah, talking to Bucky, those two kind of, becoming buddies more or less, more than they were before, agreeing on more things, and as I said, getting those truths out there. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus, that's her name, the actress who came in, who's talking a lot, and from Seinfeld, obviously, that's where people know her from the best, and Veep, I think, now, where she played the president. I haven't seen Veep, but I know it's a quite popular comedic series too.
But it was kind of fun the way that she talked and the way she went into it. So.
Oh wait, there's a post-credit scene in this one. He's making his own damn shield out of what? Not vibranium.
Nope.
He's not ready to give up the mantle of being Captain America. Oh. And who, like, now that we mentioned Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character, who is she? What is her?
From some kind of agency, probably.
Yeah.
And that was the whole setup for the U.S. agent thing, I think. So, and I like the way she just sat down between them and said that the second best choice in his life was taking the serum, and that picking out the girl, wife, or whatever on the side.
Oh yeah, marrying her, and so she was just a sweet
nice,
talker.
Yeah,
like
nice touch, but that was the salesman there.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Like didn't seem very genuine or anything like that. Like she was just there to convince him of something and make him interested in some way about like what she had to offer, and it was quite intriguing as well, and giving him that card that had no text on it whatsoever. So how was he supposed to get in contact with her? I don't know. Maybe it was just she was supposed to get in contact.
That was a sales pitch.
Yes,
and hopefully that she was hoping that he'll return or something, and it looks like he's still not finished being Captain America or someone that's fighting for justice the way that he thinks it's supposed to be. And maybe he's better off as a U.S. agent where he's doing what he's told to do, and then someone else will sort of
make the decisions. Yeah, because that's been his role so far. Yeah. And I said it during the episode, like, you can't help but feeling a little bad for him, because he is doing what he was told. He is what the military or what the government, like, he is what they made him to be. He's doing that. And it's just, made a mistake. I'm sure he has made more mistakes than
we all
than
make
just
mistakes.
One. But we all make mistakes. It's
we
just
can even go back and see that Steve Rogers made some mistakes along the way, but the way that he handled them was kind of better. So people make mistakes, and I think that maybe John Walker is used to someone picking up the scraps after him when he run through the place or whatever. So
and he has never had to really take responsibility for his mistakes personally, maybe, because he wasn't really blaming himself per se. He was just a little bit maybe in that beginning scene when he was running away and getting to that place, but then he started trying to justify it, and was also doing that in that hearing there. and kind of blaming others for his own shortcomings, which is something that Steve would never do. Like, he would take responsibility if he made mistakes, and he would try to correct those mistakes and do some good to make up for it.
John Walker says the right things and thinks the right things, but when he makes mistakes, he tries to justify the mistake rather than more or less correct it. Or sometimes it's better just to say, well, I made a mistake, and then
I have to take a step back. I have to just face the music, the consequences of my actions.
That was also what Sam told him when they were talking just before they started fighting. So
you
have to return the shield and take responsibility for what you did.
Yes,
he was not that kind of guy. So as soon as you heard the thing that hand over the shield, that was when he was like, well, now I see what you do, because that fit in with his reality, that they were trying to take the shield from him. They were not trying to make him do the right thing, but they were trying to take the shield.
And
then it just
fits in with his own narrative, which is, that can be something that a lot of people will do if they are faced with something that they don't agree with, or something that is going to be hard for them to do, and then trying to justify their own actions and not be willing to see things from any other perspective than their own, and just what fits in their own narrative. And that can be rather close-minded, which is not a good quality, I would say, and especially not in someone who's supposed to be a beacon of hope and the good guy.
Also, you have to have someone to talk to. I mean, he had Lamar before that he could sort of
bounce things off of.
Yeah, and then there was a guy that he trusted him into war with, so he needed him to talk with him about things, and Lamar could correct him without him trying to justify it, I think so. So that whole setup was quite good as well. Good writing on that part.
And it is overall, as you said, really good writing. They're getting into some heavy issues here, some very relatable stuff for a lot of people, I'm sure, very relevant to, just what's going on in our own world. Like, this is the world of the MCU, and of course things are bound to be different because we don't have superpowered people here. Like, we didn't have an alien invasion and wiped out
that we know of
half of the that we know of that wiped out half of the population, and then they came back. But it's still dealing with a lot of the same issues, the same kind of history. Which then definitely came into play with Isaiah and
I like the mix of there's some action, there's some deep talk, things that make us think about stuff. And after that, some banter and a lot of good stuff. People being happy, people helping each other out, and all that. So it's a nice mix that they made with this one, I think, and it's still quite open ended when it comes to Carly, Power Broker. Seamus kind of out of the picture, I think.
It seems like it, If you get locked up in the raft, that's difficult to get away from that place. If you remember, that's that prison that kind of goes underwater. That we saw in Civil War. So he might be out of the picture, but there's still many unresolved issues, even though they did close the book, or at least they started talking about a lot of it in this one, but just with the personal stuff and with Sam and Bucky in particular, which was really nice to see. And you mentioned just the writing once again, and how this series is quite grounded when it comes to humans and human emotions, and showing the different sides of like what we can be, like both the bad stuff, but also how we can help out and how we can be good people. And I really like,
the whole keep fighting to be good. I mean, get stuff out there.
You can never let go of, or you shouldn't let go of your past or your struggles in that way, or trying to run away. It will always be there. It will always be with you, or the people you identify with, or whatever that might look like. But it's still, I like Sam's sentiment of, I'm not gonna, even though I respect Isaiah, for example, and everything that he went through and understand his choices, I'm not gonna let that, lock me down in a certain way. No, I'm gonna be who I think I should be, the best person I can be. And that was also his advice to Bucky,
Yeah,
like you shouldn't do this just because you think it's going to make you feel better, and just walk up to them and say sorry, or try to revert like situations that you created in the past as the Winter Soldier and try to make up for that. Like, go out and do some good in the world and try to be the best that you can possibly be.
That's a good lesson that is right in there for everyone. I mean, there's a grumpy old guy that's really being grumpy. Listen to what he's saying and why he's grumpy, but don't let it take you down to his level or whatever, because I even have grumpy days, but when I'm kind of grumpy, listen to what I say and
understand it.
Yeah, make up your own mind and move along, move forward. I mean, let's not get ruled by old grumpy guys. Inside me, there's a grumpy guy trying to break out, and I'm trying really hard to hold him down every now and then.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good stuff out there, a lot of good people out there. No one wakes up in the morning saying, well, let me see who I can make have a bad day today. Or people wake up and want to do good. Most of them, at least.
Yeah. From their own point of view, always, which is, you can never control every situation and every person in the world, and like it's not going to be uniform in that way, but it's like we can only do the best we can with like who we are as people, and take as much into consideration as we possibly can, the past and the present.
A lot of things happen. I mean, every morning when I go to work, I really go to work with happy mindset, and then idiots happen. I mean, that's what happens to most of it.
Yeah, we all run into roadblocks once in a while, and we'll just have to deal with things.
But stay positive about it and try to do good. I mean, I think most people want to do that. I know that behind every action there's something you want to do good. But if you're driving 120 miles an hour down the street, the boys are playing. Well, you're not thinking
kids
about
are playing, or
you're not thinking about them. You're probably thinking about getting from point A to point B as fast as possible. But remember to connect to the rest of the world when you have your positive thoughts about what you do.
Yeah, exactly. Taking all of that into consideration, but sometimes, as Sam did here, not letting it control him in that way, not letting it affect what he thinks he should do and how he thinks that he should move forward. And in the end, he did actually pick up the shield and started training with it. We got that very Rocky-like training montage.
Yeah,
and then he also got a couple of new wings. I presume still that's what's in the box. Because that would only make sense. And he got the other wings kind of clipped by.
And I have to wait a whole week to see that. So at least he didn't go Adrian when he was doing the training. So, but that was quite good. But there's a lot of ends that we need to tie up for just one episode next time. So unless it's a 2-hour long episode, I think it's going to be a speedy one.
Yeah, things are going to move fast, but we also did resolve a lot of things, or we did get into a lot of things in this one, and it really seems like, okay, now we are ready to kind of get into everything that then has to do with like the real dangerous situation with the Flag Smashers and Carly. And they also brought Batroc back, the guy from the first episode.
But he was hired by Sharon to kill the Falcon. So how's that gonna turn out?
Yes, that's a whole other question there. That was a twist. It is in line with what people have been theorizing about, that she might be the power broker, or she has some kind of ulterior motive with something that she wants. It's difficult because we just have some information here and there, and
bits
some
and
things
pieces,
bits and pieces to go from, but we don't have all of it, so it's difficult to just put it together right now and say, okay, that's how it probably is. But from what we do know, yes, she hired Batroc again, and paired him up with the Flag Smashers. Why is she all of a sudden decide? It seems like she's playing both sides, because she also did help out Sam and Bucky multiple times. So where does her allegiance really lie, or is it only for personal gain? Once again, is she the power broker? There's questions there, things that we're gonna wrap up, but it's just a lot of stuff going on in this episode, and up until this point at least. And even though we closed the chapter on some of the things for now at least, and there's still plenty of stuff to go, and I think the final episode is, if it's not going to be like around the same length and runtime as this episode. It might even be longer, because we do have a bunch of things to get into. And then I'm sure, as I said up top, like some stuff is going to carry over into another series or movies, or maybe they are going to decide that, you know what, this isn't going to be a limited series, we're going to do a season 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Then I'm going to punch someone, because I'm not very good at these cliffhangers that sort of ends on a high note in one season, and then next season will be in 2023 or something.
Wait a year or two, or
I can't remember that long. So
then you're just gonna have to rewatch it. But then we can go back to what you asked me to do, if I can like cut all of the episodes together as like one long movie, and then you can watch that again before the next season drops, if they're going to do that. Like, so far, from what I know, it is just a limited series, like WandaVision was, and then WandaVision was gonna carry over into the next Doctor Strange movie. So that's what I'm thinking with this one. It's gonna carry over into something, because it is one continuous story with the MCU. It is almost like a television series that's just only been in movie theaters up until recently, when it's like actual television stuff with Disney Plus. But it's, you can probably keep on talking about a bunch of things that happened in this episode, and I'm sure there were plenty of Easter eggs and
the video is going to be too long if we have to talk until the next episode arrives. So,
even though we could maybe do that, because there's many things to get into. But I'm sure you're going to tell us in the comments with all the things that you guys noticed and how you enjoyed the episode and what it meant to you. All of these conversations that we saw, how it hit you. It probably hit you, some of you, in different ways. I know people have been interpreting like the actions of some of these characters differently, and that's going to depend on who you are and like your social background, if you agree with certain characters or not. Just remember to, of course, be civil in the comments when you discuss these things amongst yourselves, and no name calling or anything like that. Just we can still have a good discussion.
Play nice in general, just play nice. And there's a lot of good comments, a lot of good things that I haven't thought about, and when I read the comments, there's also that. And
just
I always arrive here on a Friday and think there's a lot of things that I gotta say about what's in the comments, and I forget about it, because then the series starts and I get into things. So.
And there's so much happening, and it's all like have to process it immediately and then talk about it. I'm sure it would be easier sometimes to talk about some of the stuff that we're watching here on the channel if we watched the episode and then just took a couple of hours to think about it and read up on some stuff and then sat down and got into a discussion. But this is how we're doing it anyway, just fresh off of watching it. Now that you mentioned, just details and comments, there is one thing that I haven't addressed, which was just a small little detail from like the end of the second episode with the cell that Zemo was in, 2187, which is the same number, the same cell as Princess Leia was in A New Hope. So that was just a funny little detail there from Star Wars, of course, which is something I should have picked up on. But once again, so much is going on in these episodes, and they really pack them to the brim with both action and a lot of good writing, and the music. We haven't really talked about that either, but that's also extremely good. Very Winter Soldier and Civil War like, and I think it's even the same composer. You can feel free to tell us in the comments. But do you have anything else you want to mention?
Probably, but I better shut up now. I better shut up now. So, let's just round it off.
I will round it off. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we will see you very soon. Bye.